What they do, y'all. What's up, tribe? Aces and Jewels. How y'all doing today? As you see, we're back with another one. We're back with a spicy one today. And as you can see, I got an ace on deck. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's good? My name is Carlos. It's a privilege and honor to be here on the show today. And,
Hey.
it's a long time coming.
Yeah. Yes.
Long time coming. But hey,
listen, this man here is, extremely busy. It's been 6 months. I've been,
6 months?
Yes, the top of the year, bro. February, yes.
I done lost.
It's been a long time.
No, that's what I said, man. Look, I got to clear it. Let me get up in here and get it done. Like I'm trying to be, try to be a man of my word.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So guess what? We here.
You are. And I know how to catch it when I could catch it, because I don't know when next I'll be able to catch it.
That's what I say, man. Get me while you got me.
Right, right.
We got it.
So yeah, I brought Carlos on deck. What we're going to talk about today is the honest grind, the honest hustle. All right, so y'all check it out. What they do. This your boy DP.
This your girl T.
And we're the Geminis Gemz, representing for the Geminis across the world, giving our own Miami perspective.
For sure.
So you can follow us on all podcast platforms at Geminis-Gems.
Also follow us on Instagram, Geminis_Gems, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Geminis Gems.
Hey, make sure you like, follow, you comment, and you subscribe.
Yes.
And make sure when you type it in, it's Geminis with the S, Gems with a Z. And what we do, T?
Drop them gems.
Drop them gems. All right, so we back. The honest hustle, the honest grind. Now, the premise of all of this comes from, now I've been knowing Carlos for many years, yes, right? And I've been knowing some guys that's been in the streets and all that stuff. And what I notice is, like, we as guys that do the honest hustle, right? We don't be appreciated, be looked at as the superhero. You get what I'm saying? We look at as the, whatever. He's supposed to have money. Yeah. We the good guys or whatever that may entail, right? And the guys on the street always get this notoriety of being like feared amongst others, and all of this, let's say, bullish, rough. You get what I'm saying? Reputation, right? And so I wanted to bring somebody to the fold that really does an honest hustle, and I think he deserves his flowers while he's here. You get what I'm saying? Because he has inspired not just me, but some people that's around the way he moves, right? And I gotta appreciate that you took out your time. And so knowing that you do an honest hustle, or know that you grind honestly, how has that role been for you on your journey? You get what I'm saying?
I mean, it's been hard because I got a lot of people that's in the game. What I do is my two businesses I got is rental cars and chauffeuring. And I know a lot of dishonest, people that's in the rental car game. Like, they get the Lambos and the Bentleys and they get the Ferraris and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And they just get them like that. And I'm just like, I'm over here doing it the legit way, and I'm not even at that caliber yet. Right. But it's just like, you got to think about it in the long run. Like, the fast money ain't always good money.
Good money, right.
And it's like, I'd rather crawl than walk and then run. Facts. Because then at the end of the day, I know that it's honest, and I know that I ain't got to worry about somebody banging down my door at the, the midnight hour, right, or they coming to get the cars or something like that. But it is a struggle seeing, other people in the game that I'm doing, and they're thriving like it's no other. But I just think about it at the end of the day, it's like my two kids got me grounded to that point where it's like, okay, yeah, if I do it the fast way, they ain't gonna see me in the long run.
Right.
You know, but if I do it the honest way, it's something that I can pass on, you know, to them later down in line. And that's something that, you know, I just take, you know, pride in. And that's what makes my business more, you know, the way I do it. It just makes it more, you know, I don't know, it just makes it more like fun. And it just makes it more comfortable for me.
Right, you got a venture, and then you able to have a story to tell.
So it's just like, you know, my kids do push me, and it's like in today's world, it's like you have to, you know, do something because the way the world's set up, it ain't for you. It ain't for everybody.
Fact. I was just telling my coworker that last night.
It ain't for everybody, and trust me, I see a lot of people out there really struggling right now, and it's you know, when we as people in businesses, we you know, we see other people struggle, and it's like we try to help, but then we can't always help because then we be a crutch, and then at that point they don't want to get out and do for their own.
Facts.
They always, you know, clinging. Oh yeah, you helped me out this time. I mean, you know, that was only to get you on your feet or to motivate you to get out and get your own.
Facts.
Facts. So, I mean, I'm only trying to get it, man, like everybody else, but the honest way. Trust me.
Honest way. Hey, listen, man, you are honest, and so I want to go a little back in time when I first met you. You was into technology.
Yes,
you was the guy for the computers and hustling that way. And there's certain, let's say, skills. That skill that you have learned, you made income from that.
Yeah. Right.
And then I remember even your mom, when I had brought my computer to your house, your mom was like, make sure he's paying you. She thought I ain't here, right? I was like, I'm going to pay.
Yeah. No, at that time, I mean, she was really like, I mean, I was, you know, naive at some point in time. And like I was doing a lot of free jobs.
Right.
You know, I guess I was just trying to, you know, just get my name out there. Like, oh, yeah, you know, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
So let me come to him, you know?
Yeah.
So by me giving out that free service, you know, the best advertisement is word of mouth.
Facts.
So that's the thing I was trying to build, is the word of mouth, you know, type of thing. Because at that time, I ain't had no money for no advertisement.
Gotcha.
So that word of mouth was my...
You was young.
Yeah, that word of mouth was my ticket, man. So it's just like, by having that and then having those people come and doing that, hey, that's what it built, you know, the foundation to what it is today.
Yeah, right. So with that, I want to know what started the grind. Now, we understand that you're into technology because you are a geek with that, right? Yeah. And no offense, you know.
Oh, I'm geek all day.
Right.
Geek with the money. Geek with the money.
Let it marinate. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
I'll do it.
But I want to go a little bit deeper. What started the grind? What made you say, you know what, it's time to make money from my talent?
I mean,
you know, and then now we know we know that you have kids, right? Yeah. But before the kids, you did have a natural grind because you was on it.
Oh yeah.
You know, so what started that? You know, let me get into this and let me just go move forward with it.
In all honesty, it was because seeing my mom raise us half our lives by herself,
right?
And the struggles and the, you know, nights crying on, you know, how she gonna pay this, how she gonna pay that, and it's just like, dang, it just sat with me, and it's just like, yeah, at the time I couldn't work, legally, but it was just like, well, dang, I'm going to school for this, and I know how to do this, and I got people coming to me, so it's just like, why not turn that and then be able to be a helpmeet to my mom,
right?
And it's just, I mean, my mom was really the inspiration to me even grinding that hard, even doing the tech and the computer repairs and stuff like that. It was really her, because without that, I don't think I would be at the caliber I am today.
Yeah.
And, you know, I really think, you know, a lot of people be like, oh, yeah, why we got to go through this? It's like, you got to go through something in order for you to be able to become what you is today. Because if you ain't going through nothing, half of the time, you'll be lost in today's world.
Right.
So there's a lot of, that's why I say, you got, I mean, we don't, oh, trust me, we all don't want to go through or suffer. I mean,
We don't.
but the thing is, the suffering and the crying and the heartaches
character,
it builds a lot, and it's like it builds you to a point where you can have that tough skin out here in this business world, because you're gonna have to have it, because you got some people out here. Trust me, they'll try. They'll try you, and it's just like by you having that work ethic and that grind, it'll keep you on the mark to what you really, really trying to push forward to. And I can say by the trials and tribulations that I've went through and the things that I've seen and, my mom has gone through, it's gotten me to that place.
Gotcha. And so I want to go this route real quick. Why not do the illegal?
I'm not saying I didn't.
No, I know. But I'm saying why not? Because, again, I known you for years.
Yeah.
And I know where you come from.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your old girl.
Yeah.
She a gangster out
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yes. Don't get the Facebook.
Facts. But to say why you didn't choose that route. And you was like, man, let me go the legit way. Because I even remember the time you was sitting back, you were plotting and planning. Like, man, should I do this or do? Yeah. You wasn't vocal about it, but you can see it that you was trying to navigate through this challenge of life.
It was. I mean, honestly, if we're gonna be truthful, what got me to do the honest thing is because I almost got locked up.
Gotcha.
And that's why I say people out there doing fraud and stuff like that. Yeah, you can. For a while. Now,
let me put this in perspective, you all, right? See, you all know about the guys that rip off banks. You get what I'm saying? Like, do those type of scams. Oh, I'm not gonna say he was doing it right, but put that in your forefront.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
Because he had that type of skill.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like you may not have been the one on the street, but you was the one on the black market.
Behind that keyboard.
Right. And so that's why I asked the question, why not do the illegal when you know it was easy to, like when I say it was easy to you.
Yeah.
I mean, walking in your room and you was connected.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's easy, and it's like, it scares you to a point where the money is just coming in, and it's like, I remember one time, it's like my mom was like, I paid a couple of bills in the house. She was like, how you pay bills in the house and you don't work nowhere? So I'm like, at the time I wasn't, she didn't know nothing about it, man. She didn't know nothing about it.
Right.
But it made me feel good that I was able to, help my mom out to pay those bills. But then it's, a couple of things started catching up, and then, stuff wasn't adding up, and I was getting emails and stuff like that. So it was just like, at that point, it was just like, okay.
Hacker on deck.
Yeah. Yeah, no, trust me. Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
I've been there and done that. And I can sit here and tell you I came out of it without having to suffer, which is a good thing. And I've seen a lot of people around me that perished to it.
Yep.
And that what really got me out of the game, because it was just like, I'm not finna, jeopardize that and not be able to be with my family anymore.
Right.
So it's just like, you know what, let's turn it around and let's do the good thing. Yeah, gotcha. The money was not the same. But let me tell you, it was honest, and then I could sleep, wake up knowing that I did it the honest way.
Right.
So
right. I love it. Let me see where else I want to go with this one. And so, as you made the decision to do the right thing, right. So, to kind of dive into it, what made you go out of the tech into the rental? What made you say, well, I don't think you put it to the side because I know you into technology.
Honestly, I did put it to the side.
Okay, my bad.
Because in the way today's world is set up, it's like if you don't know someone, you ain't getting through those doors, regardless of the degrees and the certificates and the trainings and the years of. Trust me, I've went to each door and knocked and got turned down, and I probably had 2 offers, but then they were like lowball offers, and it's like, why lower yourself to something that you know you're worth more than that?
Right.
And it's like the stuff that they were trying to say, oh, yeah, we can do this. And then you can 2 years go by or 3 years go by. We can offer you. I'm like, stuff that you should already give me straight out the gate. You're going to give me in 3 years? Like, no. So I was just like, you know, and then at the time where, what was it, COVID hit?
Yep.
And when I seen the rental car shortage, I was just like,
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. Just the rental car shortage and the amount of people, like the rental cars didn't even have cars. I was just like, you know what? Let me go out and get me a couple of cars and put it on Turo and since that, because I started off with a 2000 and I think it was 2016 Nissan Sentra. Mm-hmm. And built that off of that, and then
so talk about the guy that influenced you, because I remember when I ran into you, you was telling me about the guy that you came across.
Yes, my man, it's trust me, my mentor today. Like that. I
didn't know he was your mentor.
Oh no, he don't know he my mentor.
Oh, gotcha.
I say he is because man, the caliber he's on, it's all like the legal way. Right. Like. He's on a caliber, like, he's renting out, like, Lambos, Ferraris, and stuff like that. And it's like that really, you know, motivated me. And, you know, for him to, you know, tell me the ins and outs and which way to start and how to do it. A lot of people nowadays, they ain't finna tell you that. Because they don't want you to overcome them. Right. Or they don't want you to be above them. Or they don't want you to be competition. Right. We're all out here trying to get the same type of money you're trying to get. You know, and I'm not trying to overtake you or you. Like, you should be able to share the knowledge with somebody else.
I agree.
Without making it as, oh, you're going to be my competition.
Right.
And that's where a lot of us fail at. And that's where a lot of us, like, as far as family-oriented people, like, we don't help each other out because everybody want to be the chief.
Right.
And no Indians.
No Indians.
So it's like, I do thank him for taking the time out to show me a lot that I do know now today, because if it wasn't for him, I would have lost thousands.
Gotcha.
You know, and from the stuff that he did tell me, I was able to regain a lot of that and be able to, you know, capitalize on it and use it to put back into business to get more cars. And right now I'm at I had 15. But I'm at 12 now.
Okay, I remember when you had 9.
Yeah.
And you had the parking lot and the people was complaining.
Yes. And I had to find another parkings. But right. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, in this game, it's you see a lot and you've learned a lot. And I've learned a lot. And it's not for the faint-hearted.
That's exactly what you told me.
Yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. And it's like, trust me, like now it's like, other people dealing with your cars and stuff and totaling them and wrecking them and crashing them and stuff like that.
Taking them out of town and you got to fly to
Yes, that one.
Tell me give me about 3 stories real quick that you can.
Yeah, I had to. It was one guy they rented down here in Miami Beach. And then I get an alert saying that, oh yeah, the car is leaving, the state of Florida. So I looked at the GPS and I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, you can go all over the world, but as long as you bring the car back, But the car gets to Georgia and it's sitting a couple of days in the same spot. Come to find out, it's at an impound lot. So I called. It took me days to try to figure out which impound lot it was in, but I do call them. And car was impounded, DUI. So now I gotta fly up to Atlanta to get the car and then drive the car back. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's stuff like that, like people.
Oh, tell me about the other one. The picture you sent me, the new car you just had bought.
Oh, yes, I had a Mustang 5.0.
Jeez, boy, you was upset that day.
In this game, I tell you should not have an emotional attachment to any rental car.
Gotcha.
But that one, I had an attachment to that one. Son, the guy rented it and came back, looked at like Freddy Krueger, then towed half of the side of the car off. Jeez. Luckily, no airbags opened, but they still totaled it out. But I'm just like, if you would have seen it, it was just like, how does that happen? to a car. Like it was like he bit half of the car off, and like,
jeez,
I was just like, how did that? And I'm looking at the thing like, well, he wasn't speeding, so I'm trying to figure out like how. Trust me, it's you gotta have tough skin in this business because it's like stuff like that would knock you. Like I've seen plenty of people. First accident, oh, I'm out. I mean, if you got just like that, then I can only imagine if anything else was else come along. You're gonna be, so
first time,
So I'm just like, you gotta be able, if you can get past that and be able to survive. Trust me, because just like my mentor was telling, like I've seen his Lambos get totaled, and those $200,000-$300,000 cars. Like, so I'm surprised he wasn't crying. When half of that stuff happened. But
you ain't lying.
I'm just like, when that happened to the Mustang, I was just like, yeah, let me just get the little regular cars because at that point, I wasn't trying to go through that again. But it's part of the game.
Facts. So I want to ask you a question, because you said that you also drive as well.
Oh yeah.
Right. So why? Before we dive into the driving part, why didn't you choose real estate? Because I think you had an option to do real estate too, if I'm not mistaken. It was something we were talking about.
Yeah, it was. I did look into real estate, but then it was just like all the accolades that I had to go through. Just you got to get your license, and you got to go through a whole bunch of. And it's really not guaranteed money unless because it's commission, as we all know. Mm-hmm. And it's like if you don't sell a house, guess what? No money for you. So it's just like I think about it. It's like, okay, when the market is slow and you're not selling nothing, how are you making money? Mm-hmm. People don't think about it. Like I try to when I venture into something, I think about the longevity of it, and if it's like, okay, if I'm not gonna make no money in the long run, then I'm not gonna waste my time getting in it because I'm not the type of person to always try to start over from the beginning.
Gotcha.
If I'm in it
for all the long,
in. So it's like when I did get into chauffeuring, I only got into it because it coincides with my rental cars. Mm-hmm. So based off the rental cars I got, like for example, I got a Cadillac. I can use the Cadillac to chauffeur people. But when I'm not chauffeuring people, the Cadillac can be rented out. So it's making me money both ways. When I chauffeur people, if I don't chauffeur people, then it's making money on its own. Or am I using another car to chauffeur? So it's like both of the businesses coincide with each other. So I'm always making money regardless if I'm not doing either or the other.
Right.
But it's the time that, it's the scheduling. That's what got me right now. It's just because of everything is just so chaotic as far as bookings and stuff like that.
Yeah, you booked all the way to December.
Yeah, that's it. That's a good thing, but it's just like
I remember last year we talked, and we was talking in the beginning of the year, and you was like, "Yeah, man, I'm already booked all the way to December."
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like when you have the word to mouth advertisement, like that is the best. Like since I've been in this game, I have not paid for no advertisement.
That's what's up.
And word of mouth has been my advertisement, and it's gotten me this far as people just coming to book with me versus the regular traditional rental car services, and that's a blessing. To have people trust you with them getting a car or for them to travel and stuff like that, and they come into you, and it's like it's hard that I had to turn some of them away, and that's money. I'm like, dang, I got to turn it away.
Right.
But I can't service the world.
Right.
Yet. So
hey, listen, I believe in you, bro.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm trying to get to a point where it's like I can have all this on cruise control.
You're right.
And I can literally just sit home and have other people doing it. But right now, it's like I don't trust no one yet with the baby. Like once I get it to a point where I can trust another person or another entity to come in and handle it, then that's when we'll get to that bigger check.
Gotcha. Well, what about you? Ever thought about a management company?
I have. I've looked into it, and the numbers they talking is like, it's crazy.
Yeah, they kill you.
Yeah. They want like half of the thing. I'm just like, how do you want half of something you didn't build? You know, you just only thing you're doing is managing.
Making sure everything.
Yeah, just making sure everything is all right. And it's like, you know, I mean, and that's another thing I just got into, like managing other people's cars too.
Wow.
So, hey, you got a car that's ain't used, or you ain't using the car, or you want a car to make you money on it, I manage that too. So it's just, hey, it's just, I said, a lot of people fail to realize it's like, oh yeah, I don't have nothing to do, I don't got no job. Like, it's a lot of jobs out here that you can do. You just have to apply yourself.
I agree.
And a lot of people that do say, oh yeah, I don't got nothing, those are the ones that just really just want handouts.
They want you to do it for
them. It's honest truth. Like, you got to be out. Like, if I can get out, because my day normally starts like around about 5 or 4 in the morning. Mm-hmm. And if I can get up 5 or 4 every day and get out here and grind, and sometimes I don't get home till like 12 or 1 o'clock midnight, you telling me you can't do it either?
Because that's exactly what I was going to ask you. How many hours you think you put in a day?
I mean, a lot. Trust me, it's a lot of hours. But the thing is, I'm only doing that now so that in the future I don't have to. You
working 7 days? Grinding 7 days?
Yeah, 7 days, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but it's all based off demand. Like, if I be getting clients calling me, oh, I need a ride this way, I need you to take me this, but I'm 24 hours.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm 24 hours. So I got both of the phones. I'm when you call me, I'm there. So it's just like, and then now it's like I'm stepping into the, you know, celebrity world, and it's like, it's that. When I thought it was gonna be easy, but that is like more demanding, because it's like when they'll call you on a dime. Oh, I need you to come on this spot right quick. They send me an address, meet me there. I'm like, yo, it's 5-something in the morning. It's 4-something, 3-something in the morning. But you got to think about it. They paying that money.
They paying that money, bro.
You know, so it's like, if a person is paying you $250 just for you to take them somewhere, 30 minutes, 40 minutes away, or an hour away, you telling me you're not going to get out your bed and go do it?
Right. Because you're not even getting paid by the hour at that point. You getting, what, $5 in a minute? Yeah. You give what I'm saying, some type of job
like that's
that.
The thing. And then it's like, once you build a rapport with these people, and it's like,
they counting on you.
Yeah, they count on you. And they're going to call you out the blue. Like, it really is. And I'm just like.
So when he say that right now, I'm gonna speak on it. Regardless how you feel, this man's phone has not stopped ringing.
Oh, yeah.
As we're talking, the phone is going crazy on here.
Yeah, that's
just how it goes.
That's how it goes. I mean, the thing is, you have to. People feel they don't want to sacrifice nothing, and that's why half of them don't have nothing.
Oh, what you get?
You know, so you have to sacrifice something. Yes, I have 2 kids. Yes, I mean, I spend time with them. I'm not working like sun up, sun down, and I don't see them. No, I see them. I spend time with them. But it's just sometimes you have to sacrifice, you know, family time as far as any other thing. You just got to sacrifice to get to that place. Once you at that place, you can sit back and have all the time you want.
All right. Because what I was going to ask you was, with your making of sacrifice, how does the family feels about it? You know, because it's not like you're doing time.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you at least coming home every night, probably exhausted and stuff like that. But but you got an overall goal in mind, you know what I'm saying, to not eventually work every single day.
Yeah.
Just have it on all a part of it.
Yeah, that's the goal, to, you know, push it to that point. That's why I'm grinding hard and I'm doing it now. So that I can have that time later on. Yes, I do get a lot of pushback as far as spending time with the family. How do billionaires get rich?
Grinding, bro.
Do billionaires be in their bed 10, 12 o'clock in the, you know, evening, daytime? These people up 2, 3, 4 in the morning getting their work on.
Right.
But the thing is that, and that's the thing I hear a lot. It's like, dang, I wish I had that type of money. Or how can you have that type of money if you don't sacrifice and do the things that it takes to even get that money?
Facts.
So it's like, you can't sit there and be like, oh, I wish I could, I wish I want this. Like, you can't be wanting if you're not willing to sacrifice or give or to do. So, I mean, that's what I'm doing now. So that, okay, in the long run, I can sit back and I can be asleep and still make money. That's the goal.
Right.
You know, to sleep and make money. And I would think everybody's goal would be that, you know, sleep and make money, especially in today's world and how things are set up in an economy. It's just like, you got to, man. If you don't do it, anybody else would do it for you.
So some grinders, and you spoke of billionaires, they have the average of 7 incomes, streams of income. How do you, or how are you preparing yourself to have those 7 streams as well? Like, focus, you know, of course you got the focus, but like, what are you focusing on to what you see out there?
I mean, right now I already have like the 2 businesses going on now.
Right.
So physically, I'm preparing myself, you know, for that branch out.
Okay.
Because I know sooner or later it's going to branch out, and my goal is to have it branch out to other states too.
Okay.
So once I get, you know, that idea and that training like I'm doing now at home, then when that time comes for me to branch out, it'll be more easier for me to do.
Gotcha.
But if you don't ever train yourself to get to that point, then when the opportunity do comes knocking at the door, you ain't gonna be ready.
Right.
I want to be ready. I want to be
ain't
ready.
lying.
Yeah, I
You
want to
ain't
be
lying.
ready. So because the thing is, opportunities only come once in a lifetime.
I hear you, bro.
And that's where a lot of people fail and a lot of people have regret, is because that opportunity came to them and they wasn't ready.
They wasn't ready.
And then now that they are ready, the opportunity is gone.
Just like that.
Just like that. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. I train myself now so when that opportunity comes knocking at the door, I can take it and don't have no regret.
Right. You run with it at that
Yeah.
point. So speaking on training, seminars, mentor, which avenue that you're taking?
Well, I mean,
Because you could be taking all of them.
time-wise, I can't take no seminars. I can't take. Yeah, I can't. Like it ain't going down like that. But as far like right now, it's like everything is self-taught based off of the information that I do have from the guy that I know with the rental car thing. But the information that he did give, I mean, we're still in contact today. But the information that I did get from him, I just, built on that, and then just trial and error. I mean, we all have to go through that, to get, to figure out, okay, yeah, I did this wrong, so next time I know to do it better than this or not to do it this way. So, I mean, I'd rather go through a lot of trial and error so that I know when I get to a caliber that I don't lose out on thousands. I'd rather lose out on pennies. But when it comes to thousands, I'm going to hurt.
Right.
And I ain't got time for that.
Gotcha. I got you, bro. To the youngins out there. So the aces, the young jewels that are inspiring to be entrepreneurs. In your line of work, but just general. What could you, like, if you was to name a couple of key points that can help them get on the grind, an honest grind. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody want that fast money.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But to stay focused, not, frivolously spend, save the money or do whatever they need to do to start. And we're going to talk about that startup. How did you start up?
Son, I ain't gonna even lie. I started up, I was driving for Uber.
I told you this man, he'll
Okay.
this baby cry.
I started from Uber. Then I worked my way. I made a couple of money. I saved. Then I got a truck. And then I started working for Uber Black. Not a lot of people know Uber Black is the commercial side of Uber. Those are the ones where the money, that's where the money really reside at, right there. So I worked for Uber Black a couple of years. I got clients from Uber Black still today that comes to me instead of Uber because of the relationship that I built. Yep. So it's like, yeah, I mean, we all know Uber out there to steal your money. I just took some of their clients. Right. So, I mean, really, I started literally from Uber, and that's how I got the first car to even start for Turo. is from Uber. And then once that car paid for itself, that's when I started building on, because the thing is, if the car doesn't, this is the way I think, if the car doesn't pay for itself, then it's not a good investment. Because a lot of people think that, oh yeah, let me go get me a Maserati. Oh, let me go get me, and then you barely trying to make the payment. And it's like, in today's market, you got to think, man. It's like, okay, yeah, you get that Maserati, but then, okay, it's the insurance rate's going to be high. It's monthly. If your monthly is $1,000-something, you know how much a day you got to rent that thing out? And it's not a lot of people, average people, are not going to rent out a $250 a day car. Not unless it's like on a special occasion or something like that. But
and how many of those?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you got to really think about it. Like the route I went is economy cars, the cars that people rent out the most.
Everyday people,
yeah. Nissan Sentra. I went when I did my research, I went to Hertz, Enterprise, Budget. I went to all of them and I looked at their spreadsheet as far as which cars rent the most. And it's Nissans. What it is, the higher end ones is what, an Infinity, I think a GG something. But you look at that and then like that's what I started off with, the Nissan. I never seen that car.
Just like that.
Never seen that car, and I had that car set at $55 a day. Never seen the car. Once that car was paid off, I went and got the same car in a different color. Never seen that car either. To the point I had 3 of those cars, but in different colors. To the point where those 3 cars made enough money to generate to me getting the rest of the cars that I got now.
Because it paid itself off.
It paid itself off, and then now
reinvesting.
There we go. But the thing is, that's what a lot of people don't do. They be like, oh yeah, they make the money. Now let me go spend it on some Gucci. Let me go spend it on this. Let me go. No.
Instead of reinvesting.
You got to reinvest in your business. And that's what a lot of people feel at. That's what a lot of businesses feel at, because they feel as though
they made it.
They made, and then you go out there and spend. Now you're back at square one. I'm not trying. The thing is, if you had that mentality where I'm not trying to go back to square one, you're just trying to go up beyond that, then you can reinvest into the business, and then you know, okay, which way to go, where the money needs to go in order for the business to grow. But but the thing is, they don't teach us this in school. Why? Because it's meant for us to fail.
Right.
Truth be told.
Right.
It's meant for us to fail, and it's like in this generation now, as far as the young kids, it's like social media has a big influence on a lot of failures with our young kids, and it's like even with my daughter, she's 10. Like I keep her off social media because it's not really meant to build someone up. Everybody trying to be like this person, everybody trying to be like that person, but then going broke doing it. I ain't trying to go broke.
I hear you.
I'm not. So, but it's like, yeah, if at a young age, if I was taught this at a young age, I'd probably be like,
yeah,
I would probably wouldn't even be here at this point.
Right. It would have been definitely.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have been like to a point. It would have been to a caliber like, yeah, I got my rental car service in a lot of states. If I was taught how to save money at an early age, they don't teach us. Well, us brown colored people, they don't teach us to save. It's like whatever we get,
spend it.
We spend it.
Yep.
And the thing is, if they were to teach us how to save and invest and to know how to put this in stocks and bonds and stuff like that,
because that's what I have also as well. Futures.
Yeah.
What about your future? How are you preparing yourself for your future on your grind? Yeah.
Every dime that I can squeeze out to save, I'm throwing it into the other account.
Gotcha.
Or my kid's account, and just leaving it. And that's another thing, too. Once you throw it in the account, leave it.
Right.
Don't touch it, because that's the thing of what we all do. Oh, we in a tight squeeze. Let me go pinch that money. And then you're going to pinch the money until there ain't going to be no money anymore to pinch.
You ain't lying.
So it's just like it's self-discipline when it comes to money management. And if we have that self-discipline when it comes to money management, man, a lot of world will be in a better place. Or people in general will be in a better place. And it's like, I'm just learning that at 32. Now, with the younger kids, if they take that knowledge, if they really wanted to get somewhere if they take that knowledge, you'll be better off than me when you get to my age.
Right. Because I even see, like, I don't know how true it is, because social media be lying.
Oh, of course.
But I see that some youngins, like guys that just turned 20, you know, they're already breaking numbers, breaking the bank, you know, having the bag. And then when you look at the story, actually what they did was when they were 16, like when you was, and you was in the room, you know, connecting the dots and reading and researching, that's what they started doing. Yeah. And it started making them some very honest money at an early age.
But it takes a parent. It takes I'm not saying every parent is a bad parent,
right?
But it takes that parent that time to spend to tell that kid, because the kid just don't come out knowing that knowledge. If you take time and invest in your kid at an early age, their future will be better off than, you know, half of us now.
Right.
You know, and it's like in today's world, you start young, you eat pretty early. And I've seen some of those stories too, and I'm just like, dang, I could have been that person.
Right.
You know, but guess what? I'm not going to sweat it. And what I am doing, I'm now. Okay, I'm learning what I am now. So guess what? Now I can teach mine. So when mine gets to that age, I can be like, okay, yeah, I taught mine to get to that point to where they is now.
Gotcha.
And that's what, if a lot of us parents now do the same thing, I mean, trust me, our generation will be totally different. But this generation now, man, it scares me.
So what's your goals? What you know?
Well, right now, my goal is...
I know trying to, you know, scale up where you can actually step back from that. Yeah. But outside of that, what else goals you may have?
Trust me, I ain't even probably thought about that one, man. No, legit. Like every minute I get sitting down by myself, I'm thinking of, like, how can I better this? How can I better that? And it's just,
with your business.
Yeah, with the business.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, so it's like, outside of that, I really don't. I mean, that's probably a bad thing, but
I was asking, you know.
No, I mean, I know, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, outside of that, I don't think, like, right now, everything is about the business. Like, how this needs to go, how can I grow it, how can I scale it, how can I, you know, make this deal better than the last one. That's what goes on my mind right now. And you know, it's the crazy thing. It's like, even when I'm asleep, and I didn't even notice, I talk in my sleep. And it's about the business. And my mom recorded me one day.
Wow.
And I'm asleep, literally.
When they say money was on your mind, it was in your dreams, bro.
I'm literally having a conversation about a rental car or somebody doing, and I'm sitting there like, yo, like,
this is that real, bro.
Trust me, it gets that real, and it's like, but you gotta have a passion about it, man. If you do, I guess that's the result.
Yeah, no doubt. So on the last note, you know, going back to what I was asking you earlier with encouraging youngins to actually take particular steps in grinding, you know, from what I'm pulling from you know, to get up every day, set goals for yourself, you know, and accomplish these things by actually indulging yourself, getting mentors and different things like that. If you could think of anything else.
I mean, just I tell a lot of, put yourself around good people. You can't put yourself around people that don't have no ambition about themselves. Because
I agree.
They can't push you. You can probably push them, but then obviously everyone needs to, you know, push every now and then.
I hear you.
And if you can't get that push from the person you giving motivation to, then what's the purpose of them being around you?
Gotcha.
You know, so it's just like, if you get people around you that can do that, then I mean, you can go a long way. Like, I encourage a lot of people to go to college, but they may get mad. But
I'm listening.
To me, I mean, trade school if we were talking about back in when I was born or back in my day, college, everything. But the way I see the world and the economy where it's going now, college is just, it's not bad, but it's meant to put you in debt. I would rather send my child to a trade school, get a trade, and then for them to secure a job, versus you get in debt, now you got to repay the debt, but then you got to worry about now the jobs that you went to school for, you paid all this money for, you can't even get the job that you went to school for.
Facts.
So now you repaying a debt to something that you're not even working in. And I don't see that as far as financially. Like, we gotta think about it. It's like we always quick to pull the trigger. Oh yeah, let's go do this, let's go do that. But then we don't think about, okay, how it's gonna hurt us financially later.
Right.
And the thing is, if we ever sat back and looked at how, okay, if we do this in the long run, is it going to be good for us or not? If we ever sat back and did that, a lot of people would not be in debt nowadays.
Huh. You ain't lying.
You know? And we'll sit. I mean, we won't be rich, but I mean, we'll be sitting quite well, but not in debt.
Say that.
You know, so it's just like if you, I'm not knocking no one from going to college. College is a good thing, but it's just like you got to think about, okay, the field you're going in, are you going to be able to get a job, and is that job going to pay you what you're worth? Because guess what, you're worth everything that you say. If you say you're worth $30 an hour, $40 an hour, you're worth that. No job should come to you and say, oh yeah, we're going to pay you $15 an hour. Because that's what they're doing nowadays.
Right.
They throwing pennies at you because they got people that were willing to take those pennies.
Right.
And they
setting the standard.
And they settling. So it's based off, okay, yeah, I'll give the person that's settled versus you what you're really worth.
Right.
And that's the thing that's screwing us a lot in these days of time. And it's sad that it's going to that. But back in the day, your degree got you in that dough.
All automatic.
Got you in, no question. You got a what? Masters in what? Oh yeah, come on now. We'll pay you that $35, $40 now.
Crazy.
It's sad.
So one more thing. To the people, because some people feel like, well, I'm gonna put it like this for the aces and jewels. Some of us feel because we're older, we're not young, and we can't start to build our wealth the way we really want it. But we're older, but we want to start something. And what would you say to them, the ones that are older? Because they believe like, man, Toro, I don't want to make that sacrifice. Oh, I do want to make that sacrifice. But, man, you got 12, 15, you got 30 cars. Yeah. But you being modest over here. Yeah. So the ones that want to get to the 12 cars, to the 15 cars, and they just don't have that push, right? What would be some of your encouraging words to tell them to start whatever that is that they're trying to start?
I mean, I see it like this. As long as you got breath in your body and you got...
Say that.
And you ain't bedbound.
Say that.
You can go out there and make that happen. It's just you and yourself have to have that motivation and that grind to do it. Ain't nobody else fit be like, hey man, come on, Carlos, get out the bed. We gotta go do this.
Facts.
We gotta go.
We don't got no trainer.
Yeah, you gotta be. If you want to get it that bad, you gotta be able to get up and make. Like I said before, you gotta make that sacrifice.
Right.
It doesn't matter how old you're now. You on crutches and stuff. I mean, you can still make it happen.
I agree.
But just with assistance. But
right.
You can still make it happen.
Facts.
And that's what I'm saying. Like in today's time, like especially in the late game, like I chose Turo because I eliminate all the liability. And as far as starting up, like even with like a traditional rental car, it's like Turo deals with all that. So once only thing that's like the easy thing. You put the car on there, and it gets booked out. Turo does all the legal work. They do all the insurance. They do if the car gets totaled, they pay you out a check. It can't get no easier than that,
right?
So it's like it only just takes you willing to get up and go do it. Like it's a trick that I learned from the guy that I spoke to. You can literally buy 15 cars within 1 month. The reason I say this, say if you go to a car dealership, right? They run your credit. You go to the next car dealership, that same day, they run your credit again. It's not reported on your report until after 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go within those 30 days to as many car dealerships and get cars in your name or in your LLC and there's no impact until after 30 days. So it's like after those 30 days, then unless you got outstanding credit or you got money just to throw out there to get cars, but to get financing, you can get it. It's just you got to get up and go do it. I can tell you it, but you got to be willing to go out there
and make it happen. Gotcha.
What they say, what it is, you take something to the water.
Take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
Make it drink.
Right.
So, I mean, it's there, man. And trust me, especially if you got somebody that's willing to help you get to that point, then
you gonna make me go buy a car, bro, and give it to you.
Man, look, I told you. I told you this a long time ago, man. You got a car.
But I got another play brewing, right? So that's why I ain't jump on it. I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
Tell you
Gotcha.
But I couldn't do that because I had something else.
Oh.
So I'll tell you.
Hey, man, trust me. Hey, that's anybody. If you got a car that's about to get repoed.
Yeah, because okay, that's somebody.
No. I ain't even like. Trust me. Today's times is hard, and sometimes you fall back behind on your payment. Instead of letting your car get repoed, rent the car out so it can cover the payment and the insurance, and you can be driving the car for free.
Right.
Like half of the car. Like I'm not even trying to flaunt, or I ain't even trying to boast, crazy. But half of all my cars, I drive for free. Because they pay for themselves.
And that thing bad outside.
They pay for themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like, once you get a car that pays for itself and the insurance.
Don't get attached.
Yeah, just don't get attached.
That's the thing. A lot of people have a problem with that.
Well, see, yeah, if you got problems with people getting in your car, then
that's just like you don't smoke your own work.
Well, yeah. Well, see, a lot of people.
You feel me? It's just the same metaphor. You're going to say we talk about hustling and grinding. It's the same thing.
But if you looking to make money.
Right. You wouldn't do it.
Right.
Don't
it's all about self-discipline.
Facts. There you go. So on that note, I appreciate you coming through.
Hey man, thank you for having
Carlos,
me.
Carlos, you the man, bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
So if anybody tell you otherwise, tell them, you got your brother to say you the man, bro.
Hey man, look,
because you doing your thing, bro.
I look back at it, man. It's like, and that's another thing. It's like, regardless of what people say, you're gonna always have people say something.
Facts.
So guess what? I'd rather for you to say something because that lets me know I'm doing something right.
Say that.
Now, if you ain't saying nothing, then I must be doing something wrong.
Right.
So I need you to say something bad about me, so I know I'm doing something right.
That's what's up, man. And you doing well for yourself, bro.
Hey, man, I'm trying to get up there. I'm trying to get up there like the billionaires that's in a little tube.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
You gonna get there, bro. And I'm gonna be like, man, I know that guy.
Yeah.
That's why I needed to get you on the show because I ain't want you to blow up too soon.
No. See, that's another thing too. Like, we fail to realize when we get to a status, we forget where we come from.
Okay.
And it's like, trust me, I would never and I will not try to forget where I came from. So it's like, even if I get to a place and like, I'm gonna make it happen. Yeah, I know it took like 6 months, but we made it happen.
Yeah, no doubt. Now you was on it.
Yeah, we made it happen. So
no
it's not like, okay, I'm just like, oh no, I'm not gonna be on there because I'm too big for that. No. I'm never too big and I'm never too small to be a helpmeet to somebody else because guess what? Somebody was a helpmeet to me to get to where I'm at.
That's exactly what you told me, man, when I read it to you.
Yeah, they was, so I mean, if I can be a help or if somebody can be a help to me, and a lot of people have that mentality, man, look, the nation and the world will be a better place, bro.
Facts, man. And it's an honor to know you, bro, because people don't know you very modest.
Hey, man.
And you got it, but ain't nobody business. Ain't nobody business, man. And so on that note, I appreciate you coming through. I gotta say it again. I appreciate you. I know it was hard. It was 6 months, bro. It was, bro. You don't know. I was sending text message.
I felt bad to the point it was like I knew I was busy and I knew I was trying to like.
Yeah, make it happen.
But it was just like I didn't want to be like, okay, let's do it tomorrow, and then throw you. Oh man, I can't.
Yeah, because every time we schedule something, you always had to catch flight.
Yeah, so I was just like, I need to make. That's when I set that schedule. I was we're doing it there. Let's get it done, man.
I appreciate it. And you was on time.
No, trust me, everybody's time is money.
Yes, okay? Yes, bro.
So if you trust me, that's a lot of time. You know, black people won't be on time.
They don't.
We about an hour late. They say it's 11 o'clock. We be
You
there by
don't
2
even
o'clock.
understand, bro. You don't even understand. And sometimes, and that can make you quit. You
Yeah.
give them the saying, doing what you want to do for your own people.
Yeah.
You feel me? Not even go their way because they don't appreciate the
But-
time that you put in, even making the effort or bringing them on or connecting with them, trying to give them work, and they don't appreciate your time.
But that's just, you know, and to be honest and be transparent,
Yep.
I've focused my business on
Folks.
no,
Okay.
not even our folks, because the thing is, the bad thing about it, our folks won't even support you.
That's crazy.
So you can't focus or cater to our people because they don't. So guess what?
Easy.
My main audience is over there in Aventura, Bell Harbor, West Palm Beach. Because guess what?
They gonna pay.
They gonna pay and don't ask you why you priced that price. Oh, can I get a discount? When they trying to see. Now, you know, as a brother, you know I'm trying to come up and trying to get to a place. Why not support me?
Why not pay that price?
Because guess what? When you trying to come, I'm gonna support you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, yo, can I get that discount? I've known you for this. No, like, support the person so they can get to a place.
Where they can't give you the car for free.
There we go. But we don't.
Or plug you in for free.
We don't. So guess what? It's
I
sad.
agree.
It's sad to say that I don't target my audience to my own. I target it to, you know, those folks because they pay no questions asked.
That's what's up, bro. So there you go. So on in closing, I'm your boy DP. This is Carlos on deck. Yes, his information will be in the description below. Make sure you all
let me know.
patronize him as well as follow him and all that good stuff. We Gemini Gems. That's Gemini's with the S, Gems with the Z. And what we do, we drop them gems. You gotta get some gems to drop.
get some
in.
gems.
See, I done filled it up some, so
see,
I gotta throw it in the
why
cup.
you let me know? I could have been like, I throw it in there.
But nah, you
Oh,
gotta
now.
put it-
Oh, see? Look at that. Boom, there we go.
All right, there we go. All right, y'all. Y'all take care.
All right.
All right.